My God, guys. Oh, God. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Morning Dooger. In the year 2022, aka the year of chaos. Today, our chaos quota reached early. Why? How, you might ask? I went to open up a little thingy with, like, edamames and nuts and shit in it, and it burst open and most of it went in my coffee. What to do? Can I save it? Can I save the coffee somehow? I mean, I think probably not, but like maybe. You know, in like a never say never sort of way. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, no! They're sinking, dude. Okay, come here. Come here. This is gonna be the most cursed cup of coffee. Not the most cursed cup of coffee, because I've drank moldy coffee by accident before, and that was truly, that was truly the most cursed. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. What? Where did that come from? Oh, from my child. Over there, I guess. Hello. Good soup. Good soup. God. Lord. The strength. I don't know if I have it today. Oh, okay. Yeah. Welcome to the Saturday Morning Dooger radio play. Today it's a mystery. Ooh, and the lighting is really bad. Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is my cursed cup of coffee. I fished all of the little thingies out of it. So we're going to take a sip together of this probably salty now coffee. It was this. So I just want you to take like a really good look, because a lot of it was saved, but a decent amount of it went in the coffee. So it was this. So just soak this in, this mix right here, in the coffee. Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's fine. It's fine. Thank God. It's fine. I was very worried, but I didn't need to be. Yeah, you know, what if I had tasted it? What if it was the opposite side? Fine. I'm happy with fine, but the preference would be that I would taste it and go, what the fuck? What is this masterpiece? What is this penicillin-esque accident that has happened in my own home? I was hoping for a surprise invention. Me too. Yeah, I'm so sorry that I'm late today. It took us a while to get home from the supermarket. We went out. I didn't realize how late it was. It was already like past noon, and I had told Sam that I would get him painkillers, and it's not that I thought that he would be upset if I didn't get him painkillers, but like, he's my partner and I would like for him to have painkillers if he needs them. So I was like, fuck, we need to go get painkillers. So we ran out really quickly. Honestly, it was a really quick trip, I thought, but we got home and I looked at my phone and I was like, never mind. But yeah, Sam is battling the beginnings of a migraine because life is a cycle and it happens like once a month or so. So He needs to stop playing LOL or his migraines will get worse. So last night I was in the IO spoiler chat with Summer and Joe, just like shit posting. And Summer out of nowhere was like, off topic, but you have got to turn your internet off. And I was like, what? And Summer was like, you need to save your husband. You have got to cut the internet. Like, there is no saving him. Why is he still playing League? Why is he playing League specifically today? And I was like, I don't know. But to be honest, our internet died naturally earlier. We had no internet. Like, Clark went to bed. And by the time bedtime was done, we realized, oh, the internet's out. And so Sam was trying to fix it. And I was like, well, you know what? Your head's been hurting a little bit. I've got some very important embroidering to do. So honestly, like, I don't think that it's that big of a deal if we don't have internet. It might even be a boon to your poor head for you to not feel the compulsion to play League of Legends while battling the beginnings of a migraine. And then I got a triumphant text at a certain point that was like, I got it working. And I was like, the universe tried so hard to save you. It tried so hard. Yeah, it's the new LOL season, so. But, on the plus side, it's looking pretty cute, right? I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. I'm figuring out how to like end areas in like a nicer way, although this E got a little bit fucky, but that's okay. I don't expect this to look perfect. It's my very first time trying to do this stitch, but like it's turning out pretty cute, I think. And it's very much like crochet, where like once you know the actions to do, you can just space the fuck out. and it's great. This is for Sam. Don't play League. Love yourself. It's a good Valentine. Thank you. Yeah, so what I wound up doing, because originally we had said that each letter was going to be a different color, but I finished this A and I still had a decent amount of the first color left, and I was like, I wonder how it would look if each time I just went until I had no more of the color, right? Like try to eyeball the same amount to start with, and then just go until you run out and then swap to the next color. And it's wound up with a nice little gradient on there. So I've just started with kind of more of a yellow, and then this is the final color that we had picked out. So I think it might turn out perfect where we can get to like here-ish and start the yellow and then go backwards the other way. So we won't get all the way back to this color, I don't think. Maybe I won't even use this color, because then we could do yellow up through the eye and then go backwards and then do all of these colors back that way, right? I've talked myself into it. That's a better idea. So yeah, it's been very fun. It's very fun. You improve on figuring out how to do the stitches better really quickly. Well, it's not, I don't want to take the credit for this gorgeous anime is life sweater. Sam bought this for me for my birthday. And basically the second I washed it, most of the letter faded, which was very funny. And I love a faded shirt, so I didn't mind. But I had said, like, I've been really wanting to figure out how to like embroider letters. So maybe this would be the perfect thing to try it on. And so we finally started trying it yesterday. And honestly, I'm in love with it, so. Yes! And then we can make another one that says mine is life. I was back at 5 a.m. from a 13-hour train ride. I thought about watching a bit of your VODs. 9 hours and a full Peppa game and a tier list later. The curse has taken hold. I can no longer sleep. I'm so sorry. Happy 16 months. Music is loud? No problem. I turn it down. Better? I can't, this is what's hard, is I can't hear it most of the time. I'm playing it, but I can only hear the beats typically. I can't hear like the song. So I'm not always like keyed in on whether or not it's like too aggro for chitty chat time. Okay, cool. So, as per the title, we have baby isopods. Oh my gosh, it's very exciting. All of the like fully adult isopods that are in the jar have started just kind of like hanging out in the open quite a bit, to the point where I was like, are they alive? Because they would just sit there. And I was like, what is going on? And I'm thinking now they might be exhausted, because there are, once I took a closer look, I realized that there are tons of, I haven't seen any like blatantly orange ones yet. Tons of little baby dairy cows though. They're all over the place. I'm a little nervous. I was like, what are we gonna do with this many bugs? Like, I guess it's a good sign that the ecosystem is working and they're healthy and they're happy and they're having babies, but like, oh my God. What am I gonna do? This might be too many. I guess we'll see. Yeah, so it's a terrarium that I bought from a guy on Etsy who lives near us, and told him that my kid was really into bugs and that I wanted it to be something that was just in her room that we didn't have to mess with, right? Because if they're built right, then they do everything themselves. You don't have to mess with it at all. The only thing that I have to like maybe occasionally do is clip the plants, really. But yeah, I think I'm gonna ask. Because Clarky is so excited about the babies. Very, very excited. And I was like, this might also be nice because the babies will have grown up with the noise of our house and like might be out all the time because they won't necessarily be scared of us, right? Like I said, it's really rare that the adults are just kind of chilling outside, but they all are now. They're just chill now suddenly, now that there are babies in there. I don't know if it's because they're like, well, I can't truly hide anywhere because there are children everywhere, which I get. But yeah, Clarky lost her mind. She was so excited. This one I can hear very clearly. This seems like it might be too loud. Or maybe just too aggro. I don't know. Not chill enough, yeah. Let's swap music. Hold on. Tiny Waves, do you guys have like do you have a list that's just like oh, this is just a Tiny Waves playlist. Wait a minute. But Tiny Waves is also like listed as a creator, right? Yeah. Albums. Oops. No, not like that. Not like that. Let's try this. This is called Gardens, which implies to me like a chiller vibe, but I guess we'll find out. If it's not a chill vibe, please alert me and we'll just do one of our standards. If I missed it, I hope yesterday went okay with picking up Clark. Oh yeah, it was fine. We got there at like 1 minute to spare. It's like yeah, and she was very excited to see both of us. So that's worth it to have that happen sometimes for both of us to pick her up from school at the same time, because she's like, oh, what's going on? You're both here. She's so happy. Hello. I mean, she does absolutely fine at school. It's whether or not dropping her off is difficult. She does great at school. Although, I do wonder sometimes if they're like, I saw somebody joking and they were like, I mean, I don't know the specifics, but all I know is that my kid has had either a very adventurous day or a really fantastic day at nursery for the entire time that he's gone. A goof on the fact that, like, sometimes when you pick up your kid, they say the same thing every single time you pick them up. So that kind of applies for Clark. They'll say like, she had a lovely day, right? She had a really lovely day today. And I'm like, but no variation. The only time that I've known that it was like not a good day was we had lots of discussions about our emotions today. One time we got that. We had a very emotional day. We had lots of talks about our emotions today, and I was like, one of those days. But did she have a lovely day? Yeah. Pick her up, and if they don't say lovely day, I'm like, what the fuck happened? What happened? Who crossed you, Clarky? Yeah, she had a day. Okay. The same like preschool worker comes out to get the kids each time. And she's realized since coming back from the break that the best way to like de-escalate for Clark, because again, like for so long, Clark would literally show up at school and be like, bye, bitch, I'm gonna go have fun, right? Did not give a shit. And it's gotten harder and harder and harder for her to go to school, even though she still has a great time and has friends and excels, right? She's like, she just has a harder time going to school. And the person who works there has realized, like, Clark is just like a very, she's very touch oriented and very quality time oriented, right? So we've realized that if I give her like a really big hug goodbye, and the person who works there says, do you want a hug over here too? Clark will be like, yes, and like run to them and give them a hug, and then she feels much better. So that's like the process now. It's like I show up, I say goodbye, we give a big squeeze, and I smooch her on the cheek, and then yeah, and then the person who always comes to greet her is like, Clarky, can I have a big hug? Do you want a big hug from me? And she's like, yeah. It's very sweet. Yeah, I mean, I think like I'm, not to discard any feelings of hers, but I think it's probably pretty normal to feel like more anxiety about things as you get older, right? Like I think that it's normal for Clarky, the bigger that she gets and the older that she gets, to kind of like overthink things more than she did, right? She's been going to this school for a while. Like enough time that she's grown a lot in the time that she's been there. So, yeah. Yeah, my little nephew is like that. Both of his parents work full time, so like they need like somebody to watch him, but he panics when he's not around his parents. So they've been trying to like really slowly like help him get comfortable with, other people and stuff, but like yeah. It's one of 3 pandemic babies in the family, so they're kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because he hasn't had the opportunity to like be around people very much, or like be like watched by other people, so. But I think sometimes that's also just personality and like, like your specific relationship with your parents and stuff. I was always really jazzed to go to daycare. I almost never did because my dad was a stay-at-home dad. So it was really rare for me to go to daycare, but sometimes I would go. And I would get up at like 4 a.m. with my mom and hop in the car, and she would have to drop me off at daycare like the second that it opened at 7 a.m. And I loved it, but I almost never got to go. I went back and read the IO spoiler Discord. It was mayhem, dude. It got so out of hand. I literally left to go to the kitchen for like a second and came back and there were like 80 new messages. And I was like, what is going on in here? Yes, I also stole toys. There is that as well. Maybe that's why I stopped going so much and I'm just misremembering this. Yeah, I loved the crime. I loved being in an area where people didn't know me very well and I could just steal shit. For those of you who have never heard that story, basically when I was younger, and I was like occasionally going to daycare, all of the kids would take a nap at the same time in this one big room, and I have always loved taking naps, right? Even when I was a little kid. So it would be nap time and it'd be like, fuck yes, let's go. And I would take my nap along with everybody else, and they had all of these little stuffed animals and things that they would give people. They would give the kids to be like, you were such a good napper today. Your boy was never given one. And I was like, I'm the best fucking napper in this place. Thank you very much. I actually love taking a nap. I'm the first person to get my mat and lay down. What do you mean I don't get a toy? And I felt really justified just stealing toys. So I started stealing them. And I would get in the car and I would be like, yeah, they gave this to me because I was such a good napper. And my mom was like, wow, honey. And then I got too big for my britches and I tried to walk out of there with like a stuffed teddy that was bigger than I was. Straight up just tried to walk out with it. And the daycare worker was like, no, that's not yours. And then, yeah, they realized, like, oh, all these toys that are going missing is probably because of this fucking kid. So, yeah, and my parents were like, well, this is really disappointing because your birthday's coming up soon, and I don't know, honey, what should we do? Like, maybe you just shouldn't get older this year. And I was fucking distraught. Absolutely distraught over it. It's like, what do you mean? They convinced me that we could just skip my birthday and I wouldn't get older. I wouldn't get to be another year older. And then my mom explained to me what jail was. Wild. Yeah, so that was me. I've skipped my birthday for the last decade. My niece still claims I'm 32. It must be working. One of my first memories is my kindergarten teacher telling my parents that I wasn't good at cutting on the lines, and they were very concerned. What? That's true. I do have, like, I have light roguish skills. Really light ones. I couldn't get away with, like my sleight of hand is, like, I would say better than average. My lockpicking skills, better than average. None of it is good. None of it's, like, great. But, like, the skills are there. Like, I could put some time into them if I really needed to just hard turn into being a thief. Okay, we'll skip it. This also seems like too intense. Hold on. Yeah. The points are there. I've invested them in different places, but, you know, if I meet somebody and I can, like, roll it back and reallocate those points, then I will. But only if it makes sense for me, you know? I do watch The Lockpicking Lawyer. I love that channel. Realizing you would be good at illegal stuff is cursed. I think a lot of people probably at some point are like, the world should be really glad that I'm good aligned. that I'm fairly lawful. Lockpicking Lawyer is a person who gets locks. The ones that are really impressive are the ones where they're like, no one can pick this lock, and he's like, I mean, I can, but he also has, like, all of the tools necessary to be able to pick pretty much any lock, right? But it's just really interesting to watch, and there are some times that he, like, picks locks so fucking fast. It's crazy. Thanks to Lockpicking Lawyer, I noticed how weird the lockpicking in episode 1 of Hawkeye was. My students were talking about what criminal minds killer they thought each other could be. They told me the only thing they thought I was capable of was tax evasion. You know, just take the win. What would be your highest stat on your IRL character sheet? Charisma, I would say. Charisma would be my highest stat by like quite a bit, I think. Not Dex, no. Dex would be up there, but if you're asking what my highest one would be, I think it would be Charisma. Immersion ruined, unsubbed. That's, you know what? It's fair. I'm rebranding to K-bonus. Can you pick locks on Twitch? I think so. I think a lot of the laws about... Oh my god, the light just keeps changing, doesn't it? How annoying. I think a lot of the laws around lockpicking have to do with, like, are you... I don't quote me on this, but I think a lot of it is like, are you outside of your house with lockpicking tools? Because if so, that shows intent to pick a lock that is not your home, you know? Unless you like can prove that that's your job. Does the dex in your username refer to dexterity? It does. It's because I got the name Dodger while I was working in a scene shop in college. So I used the name Dodger when I started YouTube as like my internet name. And then when I when I wanted to make another YouTube channel and I wanted it to be like a vloggy channel, like about my life, I called it Dexterity Bonus at the time because you need dex to dodge in D&D, and it's shortened to Dexbonus because it's just easier to say. So everything got rebranded over time to Dexbonus. Yeah. People keep being like, you should take the Peppa Pig tier list, just isolate it on its own, and just upload that to Press Heart with no explanation, which I find hilarious. My cousin works as an ethical hacker. It's like the best real life example of the whole "you're lucky I'm a good guy" thing. Hi, Sabo. Press Hard to Continue was because my friend was like, you need to come up with a good name for your YouTube channel. It needs to be like try to think about phrases that have to do with gaming and then try to do something fun with it, I guess. And so I was like, okay, so there's like, I wrote down like so many different phrases that had to do with gaming, and then yeah, press start to continue was one of them, and I was like, oh, but it could be press heart to continue, and that was it. That was as clever as I got. I think that out of out of all of the names, Press Hard to Continue is the one that really needed like a shortened rebrand, like badly. Press Hard to Continue is such a mouthful. I really should have shortened, like, Dexterity Bonus should have become Dexbonus, which it did, but Press Hard to Continue should have been shortened to Press Heart. Press Butts to Continue is a great collab name with Lucagen. Lucagen, oh. What would you choose if you were to do a new name now? Like if I got to rewind time and I was like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. What should I call it? I don't know. How would I go about choosing a name now? I actually have no idea. I think the best names on YouTube are succinct. Like they're just short names. I would it sounds boring, but I'd probably just call it like Dodger or something, like Dooger. Something really like this is my channel. Yeah, a lot of channels are just like the name of the person now. OMFG Cata. The perfect name. Was it pictures or postcards used to collage on the ceiling? They were postcards. When I was doing coffee time, I would ask my viewers to send me postcards, and then I put them on the ceiling, and my mom called them my ceiling fans. It was very cute. Ceiling fan sounds ominous. Well, you know what a ceiling fan is, right? So, yeah, oh my god. I had postcards from all over the world. It felt so surreal. So it was really cool to just put them all over the ceiling. Yes, a ceiling fan. Someone who's really into ceilings. I do not still have them, no. I do want to bring back the post box. I keep putting it off. I know that some of you guys have been like chomping at the bit for us to have a PO box and things again. I keep putting it off because I just don't know where we're gonna be. Not country wise, but like where in the country. And at this point I'm like, well, maybe I should just wait until we've like bought a place and we know we're gonna be there for a while. I don't know. International shipping is still a mess anyways, that's true. How did that good house you visited recently go? We haven't visited a house in a while. All of the houses that we had gone to and were like, wow, this place is really cool. My mother-in-law has worked with property a lot. She currently manages a bunch of properties. She had a business at one time before like one of the more recent recessions where she would like basically buy and sell property. And so she knows a lot about it and like what to ask and what to look for. So our process so far has been we look at a place and then if we really like it, then we ask if she'll go look at it for a second viewing. And every place that we've been to and been like, whoa, this place is awesome, we love it, she's gone to and been like, no, no. No, here's X, Y, and Z reason. But I mean, if you love it, it's fine. It's gonna be your home, but like, here's all the reasons why I would not buy this place. So far we have not found the right thing. Yeah, it's great. It's, you know, why not utilize the fact that we have a person in the family who knows about this specific thing? So, could you give some examples? One example, which was something that I was like kind of leaning toward anyway, was the place that Sam really, really liked was really expensive. Like, it was above how much we wanted to pay. And my mother-in-law was like, I mean, the house is nice. Sam won't fit through a lot of the door frames, which I had said ahead of time. I was like, Sam says it's not a big deal. I think it is a big deal to not be able to fit through the door frames ever. And we were walking around and being shown everything, and she was like, I remember that one of the things you really wanted was proper, like, land. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, so you're gonna pay over what you intended to pay for a house, and Sam's not going to be able to easily walk through the doors, and you're not even going to have the land that you wanted. And I was like, this is also my thinking. And she was like, okay, yeah, I mean, that's my takeaway. And then the one that I really liked, her big red flag was that the place was bought for way, way cheaper. So they had basically like bought this place that had 3 buildings on it, and then were trying to sell each piece of it individually. So imagine, like, there's the main house, and then there's like a little cottage on the property, and then another like workplace on the property. So we went and we looked at it, and it was beautiful. And they were like, yeah, and there's these 2 other buildings. We're planning on selling them next year sometime. So if you wanted more space, or if you wanted to like add on, you could potentially buy those places as well. And we were like, okay, that's interesting. That's cool. And she looked it up and realized that they had bought the house and both of those buildings for half of what they were trying to sell the main house for 2 years ago. And she was like, what the fuck are they trying to pull? Like, what are they trying to pull here? What's wrong with this house that they're so desperate to like get rid of it, but also like try and make money off of every little bit of it? Like, no. Like, it's very weird. So yeah. So she was like, I wouldn't do this, because looking at the other houses that are in the area, you would be paying, even though this is under your upper budget, which is why we looked at it. We were like, whoa. She was like, you are still getting taken for a ride here, because you should be getting all 3 of these buildings at the same time. And you would be paying way more than anybody has paid for any of the houses that are around this. So I know. Yeah, that's not something that I ever would have thought to look at, but she looked at it before even going there. So I'm learning a lot, just finding out like the things that she brings up, you know? Kind of cringe. It's a bit cringe, yeah. How did she find out how much they paid for it? She was able to just go on a website and look up the property, and it was like last sold this year for this amount of money. Yeah, there are registries that you can look at. So zingy. But the zing left so quick. I wanted the zing to persist. Kombucha girl face. A child. What games did you play? The Peppa game. True. True. Yeah, we should definitely go through games this week. What have we played? Vine references in this economy? What is it? Does it say murder? I'm trying to remember. It's like, there's like a piece of paper and then it says murder, right? And the guy's like, there's only one thing worse than murder, and he rips off the paper and it says child murder. But the person that's like looking at it goes, a child. It's very good. Our Discord banner almost featured George. It should have. Her sister was a witch! That's the one that's been coming up a lot in my life lately, and I don't even know why. Is that a weed? I'm calling the police! 911, what's your emergency? Freaking bats, I love Halloween. Dude, yesterday, Clark was like, Mommy, I know what game I want to play before bed. I was like, okay, let's brush our teeth, let's go pee, let's get into jammies, and then you tell me what you want to play. And she was like, okay. And she was like, we're gonna play face paint. I was like, tight. Face paint is a game where we take a little brush and we pretend to like face paint each other, right? So somebody will sit down and be like, hello, do you think, can I would love to look like a tiger today. And the other person goes, okay, that'll be, 8 million pounds. And then you paint the other person's face, right? So I showed up and I was like, can I be a butterfly, please? And she was like, of course, and painted me as a butterfly. And then she was like, my turn. So we swapped. And I was like, Hi. I actually only specialize in 3 things. I can do a unicorn, a spider, or a tiger. What would you like? And she sat there for a really long time and she goes, I want to be a unicorn spider. And I was like, wow. Okay. And she asked every single turn that she took to be a unicorn spider for the rest of the game. So I still don't entirely know what a unicorn spider looks like, but I know that it has a horn here and it has rainbow webs right here when doing the face painting game. That's all that I know. So if anybody feels inspired and wants to design a unicorn spider, I would love to see it. Please spoiler tag it in the Discord if you do post it in there, because I get the feeling it's going to be horrifying. Clark's just making her original character. OC, do not steal. We get a lot of original Clarky characters in here. There's a real spider called a unicorn spider. Don't worry, I'm not going to show it. Oh my god, the first thing that popped up was a plushie someone made, and I want it. Unicorn tarantula. Oh, it's got a weird horn on its back. How interesting. It's a genus of goblin spiders. Of course it is. Lord. Unicorns and goblins are related. You heard it here. Are you just browsing a D&D wiki? I am not. I'm looking at a Wikipedia entry called Unicorn Spider. It turns out they are not cute, in case you were curious. They are not cute. They're not fluffy and adorable like the fake one that showed up first. We have elite viewers. Good job, everybody. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I'm very proud. I couldn't have been here today without the support of my loving parents and siblings. Thank you guys very much. Wow. Feels good, man. How did the fluffy scarf turn out? Oh, I can show it to you. Yeah, it's cute. Ugh. It's not as soft, I would say. So, these are the 2 scarves that we made on stream yesterday. This is the one for my nephew. That's like identical in make to mine. It's really stretchy. It's really light. My nephew asked for a blue scarf, so here we go. And then this was our experimental one that was made exactly the same way, but with a really like fluffy fabric. So it's very fluffy. It is much thicker, so I think it's probably going to be a lot better in the cold, which hilariously my wife is in the desert right now, so my mom is in the desert currently, so she does not need this, but you can tell that it's a lot thicker than the other one by just the way that it lays, but would actually protect you from the cold, peut-être, you know? Whereas this one is more just like my other one that I wear all the time. It's nice and stretchy. It lays really cute, you know, but it's more like fashion scarf than I'm cold scarf. Summer's in the desert. Okay, so yeah, we made these. And then we learned how to do this stitch, and I started stitching Anime is Life onto this sweater, and it's actually very fun. I know, we got a lot for our first like long craft stream. We got a lot done, I felt like. That's true. We also finished the Peppa tier list. Very productive day. We need to do some punch needle stuff. Maybe next week. That's a good idea. This stitch is called the chain stitch. I couldn't remember at first. It basically, here, I'll show you. Because it is a little weird, and Clarky keeps trying to do it with me, and I'm like, honey, this is such a weird stitch. I don't know how to teach you how to do it. So basically, like, you wind up with this little loop, and you have to put the needle back inside of the loop you made, and then pop it back out a little ways ahead. So like that. And then you wrap this bitch around the needle like that, and then you pull it through. And it basically makes what looks like a braid. It looks kind of like it's the thread has been braided into this pattern. So it's very pretty. But the first few that I did, I had to like remember, oh my God, don't pull the needle through, because you need to wrap it before you pull it through, right? So, but yeah, I've gotten the hang of it now. Thank you. Yeah, I really like it. The big question is going to be if I'm going to finish the lettering and then be like, I mean, I could put some like little flowers and shit around it, you know? Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying hard not to want to monetize my hobbies and just do a hobby to relax. Yeah. Well, last night, I tweeted about this, but last night, I had still only done a little bit of this A. And I was like, well, I have the whole 2-part finale of Dungeons and Daddies to listen to. So I'm just gonna get into bed and listen to Dungeons and Daddies and do some embroidery. I'll get into bed early, so I have plenty of time to listen to the finale and whatever. And then, you know, it'll help me like wind down. And I was up until 2 a.m. doing this. Like, the podcast was over. It was already done. I was just sitting there in silence, just like, I should be asleep. I do that with sketching. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? If you're like, I'm going to take this to bed with me and it's going to help me wind down and my brain will eventually turn off and it's going to work great. I can't take anything creative to bed. Reading is like the one thing. If I start reading in bed, I'm probably going to pass out within like 2 pages. But if I try to do some sort of a creative endeavor in bed, I will sit there awake forever. Like by the time I put everything away, I was still not tired. I was just like, I need to sleep. I have to sleep. I know, and that's so funny too. Like I have so many friends who are like, I can't bring a book to bed or I won't sleep. My sister is like that. She's like, no way. I'm not bringing a book to bed. Not unless I want to be awake at like 6 a.m. going, fuck, I didn't sleep. Like, I finally looked up Dungeons and Daddies. I didn't know it had Anthony Birch. Yeah, he's the DM. And he's actually so funny on it. But yeah, I was very happy with all of it. I wrote down sort of a simple reaction to the final episode. I haven't listened to they did like a post-mortem episode where they talked about all of it in general, and I haven't listened to that yet, but I did finish it, so I hope you're proud of me. Because this has been like a week and a half now that I've been like, I'm just not listening to it. I'm just not listening to it because all I have left is the finale and I don't want it to be over and it's sad, so I'm just not listening to it. And I buckled down and I listened to it last night, so. Oh, Ace Wolf. I haven't watched your content in a long time. Being here reminds me of like 6 or so years ago when life was simpler and it's a good vibe. Well, I'm glad you feel that way. It's nice to see you. Oh my God. 92 months, Stoob. Thank you so much, bud. Yeah. Even more so now that I have the AirPods. Not to like talk up the AirPods all the time, but like damn, they were, for context, I have never had any interest in AirPods, and they were sent to me because I'm a Twitch ambassador. The Twitch team sent us some goodies, and one of them was AirPods, and I was like, okay. And tried them on, and I didn't realize they had noise canceling, and I just about lost my shit. I was like, what the fuck? Why is it so quiet? It like really freaked me out, but I'm like addicted to them now. I use them so much. They're great. I have to be careful though, because obviously like if I'm using them in the kitchen or something while Clark's asleep, no way in hell am I going to be able to hear her, right? So there are times when I only have one in, but yeah. Last night it was literally me like buds in, embroidering in bed, just like listening to Dungeons and Daddies, like I really need a replacement for this when it's over. I mean, I think a lot of people have had like normal headphones with noise canceling, right? I have never had noise canceling earbuds. It's a totally different thing. And I had said on Twitter, but like it convinced me to buy earplugs because I do get really overwhelmed by overlapping noises. So, yeah. And they also fit in my ears better than pretty much any other earbuds that I've ever had. So, I don't really have any complaints about them, to be honest. Like, they're pretty great. I'm very happy they were sent to me. Do you have a plan for which D&D podcast you'll listen to next? I do not. And I know people have recommended ones in here before. If you want to recommend one to me, maybe go into Dodger Stream Chat and post it in there because I won't remember it if you just put it in here. But the picture frame is crooked. These ones? Yeah, it's true. Hi, Joshua. I'm doing good. How are you? Enjoying my last days of vacation. Ooh, you're still on vacation. That's awesome. Bye, Stachi. Yeah, this song is Kakariko Village. It's from an album called Coffee Date. That's a Game Chops album. We play it a lot, to be honest. It's like pretty solid. Unhinged Elmo? I have not seen Unhinged Elmo compilations, no. Yeah, the only issue really for the AirPods, at least for me, is they die pretty quickly. I have to charge them. They'll work for me for, I don't know, a few hours. So if I'm say that I had used them this morning, I would need them to be charging now, you know. Elmo sounds are all the rage on TikTok. That's true. What does the charger look like? It's in the bedroom right now, but it's basically like the container, the little box that they come in is the charger. So, you plug that in, and I don't know this for sure. I should probably look this up, but I think as long as the box is charged, I think it will charge the earbuds as long as they're in there, but you have to recharge the box as well. Does that make sense? Yeah, the case is a battery too. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. The case has 4 or 5 charges. Oh my god. Is there something wrong with mine? There might be something wrong with mine. That's true. It was free, so I'm not going to complain because I still love them, but... Raf Affy Affy, thank you very much for gifting a sub. Welcome to the cat gang. Whoever got that sub. I never really understood the appeal of wireless earbuds. Personally, I prefer a good set of headphones. So, I'm using them mostly to I do a lot. I've always been a big pacer. I'm trying to think how to like pitch this as a normal thing to a person who doesn't do this, but I'm sure there are other people in chat who do this. I pace a lot. I walk like in patterns around my house a lot. When I'm like thinking about stuff or listening to things. So it's really nice to just have like a wireless something to listen to music or whatever. So either pacing or going on a walk or, you know, doing chores or whatever, just not having to mess with wires has been really nice, because I also never really used anything. I've never used anything like the AirPods before. They're like a totally new experience for me. The like wireless earbud thing, and the noise canceling thing. So they feel very novel to me. I pace and walk a lot. It's helpful to have something on to hear and be unencumbered by a wire. Yeah. Yeah. My mom is a big pacer too. So if I'm on the phone with my mom, I know exactly where she is in the house, and I know what she's doing. I know exactly the area that she's pacing back and forth in while she talks to somebody or talks to me. Yeah. So I got that from her. That's like a very normal thing in the house I grew up in. Yeah, but for me, because I've never been somebody that likes to be on the phone for very long, unless it's like a very specific person. But I do lots of like just listening to music while I'm like just thinking about stuff, and I can't just sit and listen to music. I can't. So yeah, I want to listen to this type of music while I'm thinking about this, right? And it could be like a creative thing. It could be like a personal issue, but most of the time it's like something creative that I'm trying to like think about or whatever, and I'll put on a very specific type of music, and I will pace around the house in the exact same way over and over and over again, listening to music. So I guess like it's kind of the you know, when we were talking about like how sometimes you'll be visualizing or thinking about something in the car and a certain type of music comes on, and you're like, this music is perfect for me thinking about this thing. It's that, except I don't have a car, right? Like there's no car available, so I'm not using the car. My body has become the car. I'll just be the car, but in my house, you know? Yeah, I am the car now. I've come up, you know, last time we talked about D&D, and I was like, I've been asked to be on a couple of redacted shows, D&D shows as a guest. That's awesome. I'm very excited, but I have no character ideas. I do now. And you know when I thought of them? While I was listening to a random playlist and pacing around my fucking house. And I was like, ooh, that's a good idea for a character. Nice. Okay, got it. I am the car. Reject humanity, become a car. I'm trying. I thought you were gonna be a car in the D&D shows. That would also be tight. Oh my god. Are you telling me that one of these characters that I'm going to play, I should just bring up the Peppa tier list and just choose a character and be like, can I turn this into an actual D&D character? I hate that. We should bring up the exact same tier list and start it over and just rename all of the levels of the tier list into different D&D classes. Since I haven't seen you in a while, how are Sam and Clark? They're good. Yeah, they're doing good. Sam has a little bit of a headache today, but overall, like the family as a whole, we're very happy. We're doing good. So, yeah, I'm just a Peppa channel now. Tittles the tree tortoise into a D&D character. I mean, it's pretty easy. Like, Turtle Ranger, right? Who else is just sitting up in trees all fucking day? I need a good druid character based on a Peppa character. I think Madam Gazelle. No, Madam Gazelle's a bard. Never mind. Hold on. Who's a good druid? Mommy Kangaroo is definitely a druid. Who else is a druid from Peppa Pig? Mr. Potato. Professional wild shaper. Mr. Potato. You can make a character that's just entirely based on Mr. Potato. And just wild shape into potatoes. It'll be really good. I have faith that you can make this work. You know, there's a lot of like storm sorcerers and paladin oaths to the open sea. We got a lot of like seafarers in this town. Mr. Bull, a cleric. I said what I said. Mr. Potato, the changeling. Oh my god. Yeah, Madame Gazelle, absolutely a Dampier bard. Madame Gazelle has so many episodes that are just like teaching the kids to dance, teaching them how to play music, all sorts of shit. The Peppa Pig alignment chart. Why is this such evergreen content? It actually infuriates me. I hate that we could just like open this exact same fucking list and make like 5 different things out of it. It kind of pisses me off. Because I'm thinking about it now. And it makes me mad. That's all. Unbelievable. Return to tier list. Become as tier list. Any of you who missed the Peppa tier list, the end of the stream on Thursday and the beginning of the like post coffee time section on Friday were a part 1 and part 2 of me making a tier list of all of the Peppa Pig characters. If you would like to check that out, if you just want to see the final list, it was put in Dodger stream chat inside of our Discord. I came in the middle of it and I was confused. Good. The defeated sigh. Oh, Lord. Good. Yes. Pinch his fingers. I mean, I was gonna just wait until I made my Peppa Pig, video essay, but on the topic of just like dropping Peppa Pig content on the Press Heart channel and just having no explanation for it. But I guess it might as well be the tier list. Did you ever get into meditation? I've tried meditation quite a bit. I honestly feel like I can do what I think meditation is meant to be, which, is kind of different from person to person, but like I feel like I'm able to sort of meditate better while I'm doing something. And a lot of the forms of meditation that I've tried have been a lot of like just relax, just don't do anything. It doesn't seem to work for me very well. Same, and then my head goes wild with a lot of things. Well, it's funny because like depending on the person, like I do think guided meditation is better. But some guides are like you're trying to not think about anything, and other guides are like you're trying to create space for your brain to think about things. Right, so it's hard to tell like which it is that you're meant to be doing, which is why I say like I think that it's sort of different for everybody. Like what is it that makes you feel like you were able to let your brain do something that it couldn't do when you were like active, Yeah, I have a friend who does like a sleeping meditation podcast and said she just fucking conks out like halfway through it. Alex. What a king. Christina, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing.
Burrito babe.
Oh my god. The anime shirt touch-up turned out great. It's going really well, right? I'm a big fan. Yeah, we've just moved on to this like yellowy color, but the gradient is pretty natural. I would say this is the only place where it's really harsh, like the gradient change. Well, it's when you know where to look, but it looks like a nice gradient, right? I'm happy with it. So yeah, we've just got these letters left to do. But it's turned out very cute. Big fan. As my step-great uncle would say, you're such a talent. That's a cute way to say that. I do need to look that up. I think there are things that you can do. There's like fused like backings and stuff that you can put on to make it so that they don't unravel really. So I might look into that. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you feel that way. You'll need to wash it inside out, but the inside is where all of the knots are. That makes me nervous. Like, so far, this is what the inside looks like. Right? So, like, how do I protect these boys? That's just something I'll have to look up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's normally like a backing that you can put on it, like iron on. If I recall correctly. I'm here sporting my new heart monitor. I wanted to give it a name to make it more bearable to deal with. Does chat have suggestions for a funny, unusual name? All right, chat. King's Warrior is looking for a funny, unusual name for a heart monitor. David. Thumper is cute. My wife, who also embroiders, said stabilizer is helpful for washing. I have like, maybe this is the same thing. I have this. And I was going to use it to like draw a design on this because this washes away, I think. So I don't think that this is the same thing. But I was gonna like put designs on it and then put it onto something and then use it to like put on the design. So I don't think this is the same thing, but oh my god, shout out to my retainer dragging me out of debt by bringing back a minion worth over 3 million gil. What on earth? That's good shit. Yeah, that's what I figured. I need something that's gonna stay there, right? Like the inside of like the ones that you would buy at the store. On the inside, they always have this really obnoxious like white paper on the inside, right? That's what I need, I think. I always forget about my retainer. Thought you were talking about the thing you put in your mouth. Oh, like retainer. No, so retainers are little NPCs that you can get in Final Fantasy XIV that work for you, and you could send them on like little missions and stuff. No show mesh stabilizer. Got it. Okay, got it. Tell your wife thank you. If you want to be extra cautious, just never wash it. Say the smell is part of the design. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. Smells like anime. Smells like God and anime. Someone said wash it in a pillowcase. I know. A few people have said wash it in a pillowcase. I don't have any reason to believe that that will protect the stitches. I'm willing to look that up. I'm just saying, like, yeah. My name suggestion is Cupid. Oh, that's very cute. Pillowcase stops the stitches from catching on things and being pulled out. Okay. Cupid and Thumper are my favorites as well so far. No, this thread has no plastic base to it. So setting setting the stitching on fire will literally just burn it. It won't it won't create like a nubbin like you're thinking of. Yeah, that's true. Clark, instead of saying heartbeat, my kid calls them heart beeps, which is cute. So she'll be like, oh, my heart beep is really fast. I'll be like, yeah, it is faster than mine. That's true. Can you hear that? That is so loud. Holy shit. You can't hear that? Oh my god. This is pouring rain or hail. I'm not sure which. Ooh. My poor chickies. Shout out to my chickens. They're probably booked it as fast as possible. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. The Spotify embed in Discord. That looks great. It's very clean, very slick. Oh no! Well, at least you were there to help the chickens. We had crazy golf ball hail here a couple months ago. It did thousands in property damage across the region. Oh my god. I like your beanie. Thank you. I made it. You can tell because it's falling apart. Just, hold on. Just, do a little, there we go. Yeah, this is the easiest hat I've ever made. This one. Ooh, I'm excited to take a shower today. God damn. It's certainly original. It is. No, I love this hat. I don't want to make another hat. I mean, I do want to make another hat because actually I have so much of that yarn left. The yarn that I used for my nephew's thing. I have so much of it left that I'm like, I should try and make him a hat too. I did not get my yarn locally, to be honest. I mean, I got it from a local store, but like not from like a local dyer or anything. That's what I'm thinking. Then he could get some of the green in the hat, because the scarf is entirely the blue. We didn't get to the green part of the gradation, so. I went to a large sheep and wool festival once and picked up some beautiful yarn. I used to work for a lady who, I worked on her farm, and she raised alpacas, and she would sell alpaca wool. And she also spun like the alpaca wool yarn, and did all of that. So it was really interesting, like trying to sell that at a farmer's market, because there's like a really niche sort of person that would be looking for that sort of thing, you know? Yeah, the really sassy alpacas that were like, this bitch is short. Your kid isn't interested in trying to make a hat like you made? Well, she's too young to know how to crochet. She can, when we use the knitting machine, she can use this. So she's helped me, like, when we made a scarf for Sam, she helped make the scarf for Sam. She's helped make a lot of things with that. But she can't crochet. She's 3. You know. Arnar, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Anybody that was gifted a sub. This one? I made this one. I crocheted this one. The weeb fact? Yeah, this is my, I think he's 6 now. This is my 6-year-old nephew. Oh, I see. I can guarantee you he's not a weeb, but... But I understand what you're saying. The green and blue are the same in Japanese, yeah. How did you start crocheting? My mom taught me. My mommy taught me how to do a basic stitch, because she used to crochet and knit a lot. So she taught me how to do the basics, and then I kept trying to teach myself how to do more advanced stuff and could not figure it out. I've thought many times that I should go to a class. I have a really hard time, like, learning through videos, unfortunately. But yeah, I learned the basics from my mama. I tried it this December, the amount of times I went back to rewatch a single stitch. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Depending on how they filmed it, sometimes you're like, I still don't understand what you did. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the most accomplished crocheter in my family is my nephew on my side, who is only like a year younger than me. No, there's just baby isopods. Isopods are like bugs, like little roly-polies. We have, I think, 4 of them in a terrarium tank in my kid's room. And there's suddenly a bunch of babies in there. So we were talking about what to do with the babies. And I think first step, yeah, is to contact the guy who made the terrarium for us and be like, hi, there's a bunch of baby isopods in here. Is there something that I need to do about that? There are really pretty ones, yeah. Ours are, we have an orange one. We have 2 orange ones and 2 dairy cows. I've watched people play Grounded. I have not played Grounded yet. Bye, Inky. Have a good day. Ugh, big stretch. Bum, 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 bum. Is it morning for me? It is not. We still call it Saturday morning dooger, but it's 3 in the afternoon for me. So far, all of the babies we've seen have been baby dairy cows. So, I have yet to see any baby orange ones. So I guess one of the dairy cows had a bunch of babies. Hi, Nick. I just got here and I heard new baby, so thanks for the info. Yeah, no, don't worry. It's baby bugs. Oh, Arnar's still plugging away at the puzzle. Yeah, it's been fun to have the isopods. It took them a really, really long time to feel comfortable in the house because, you know, they're in a toddler's bedroom. So I'm sure the vibrations and the noise is beyond anything that they would ever want. But yeah, they've gotten really chill now. And now there's a bunch of babies in there that are going to basically grow up with the vibrations and the noise. So they're probably going to be fine. Did you solve the lid problem? My solution for the lid was because the thing that was getting in the way of the lid closing was that there was a light on the bottom of the lid with a little cord, and the cord was supposed to rest inside of a dip. So instead, because it was just held on with electrical tape mostly, glue and electrical tape, so I just ripped it off of the inside of the lid. Put the lid on fully, and then put the light on top of the lid. So it still helps us see them, but it doesn't have to sit inside. It just sits outside. What do they eat? They eat the vegetation. So yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Well, we've hit the 2-hour mark. This is normally where we would end. I started a little late today, though, so I'll go a little bit longer, but we're going to be wrapping up soon, just as an FYI. Oh my god. The tier list. Okay, looking at the gradient stuff you've been making is getting me jazzed to get some more color in my life. You know, I bought a set. I bought this. It's a mess right now because my kid dumped it out in a fury last night, which was awesome. But I have this. I bought this just as a big set so that I would have a lot of colors to work with for whatever I would need thread for. And it's come in handy so much, but it's been really nice for a project like this where I'm like, what if it was just like an orange gradient because I love orange too much? And then I'm like, well, I have like 10 oranges in here, so yeah, I think we could do that. Thanks, Dye Panda. Have a good day. What does it say on there? What does it say? Like these are color numbers. If you mean the stickers say on or no. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be on. Either way, it doesn't mean anything to me. They're little stickers to keep them from unraveling, basically. So. The two genders, on or no. Yeah, exactly. Beep. Got any fun plans for Saturday? No. My kid started making skeleton puppets downstairs. Again, in her just absolute joy of every day being like, Mommy, take out all the craft supplies. I'm just gonna feel it out. I'm gonna figure out what we're doing. So she started making little puppets with skeleton heads and popsicle sticks. Adorable. I worked on this while she was doing that, and she was fine with that. But wants to do a puppet show later with all of the skeletons, so sure I'll be helping with that. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Ooh. We've got no, obviously, we have no misdemeanor tonight. It's fine. We have no misdemeanor tonight because it's done forever. But I'm like considering, I don't know. Part of me is like, just take the evening. Just enjoy the evening. But another part of me is going, but what if everybody's free, we could maybe do like the super spoilery D&D stream tonight. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think everybody's free though, because I think that we asked about today a while ago and I think people were busy. So we'll see. I do want to talk about my boy. That's true. There's stuff that I still can't talk about because it affects like the next phase, but I just miss him. I just miss him and I want to talk about him. How many episodes is Misdemeanor? 60? I think. 60 something. We should D and doodle sometime. Oh my god, I'd love that. Can we? That would be so fun. I would love to just like hang out on a call with you and draw. That would be so fun. I wish I jumped on board when it started. I mean, that's just kind of the nature of it, isn't it? Like, especially with any of these, like, it's a big world with lots of games and all the games are in the same world and they're happening at the same time, like all that sort of stuff. That's just hard to like keep up with, you know. I think that's why so many people are really excited for phase 3, because they're like, maybe this time I'll be lucky. Maybe this time I'll keep up with all the games. Awesome. All right, Nick, I'll hit you up. Nick has so much forbidden knowledge. Nick is like so outside of everything that I've just been like just gushing all kinds of information. Nick knows what my next phase character looks like. Like, I'm just realizing Nick knows so many things. Sorry, Telly. I know. It's because I know that Nick's gonna keep it under lock and key. Are you playing in a new game in phase 3 then, or is that classified? I think it's okay for me to say that yes, I am for sure playing in a phase 3 game. I have made a character for a specific campaign. Avi, I know that Joe made another like catch up summary video recently. So maybe that would help you if you wanted to get caught up again. So basically, our friend Brett did a bunch of offline D&D games for our friend group a few years ago. And we played like this big campaign and it ended and it was really fun. And then he decided that he wanted to stream some D&D games, but set them in the same world. So in like the future of the offline games that we did. So those are the games that just ended. So we've been referring to the ones that happened offline as the phase 1 games. And then the games that just happened on his Twitch channel were the phase 2 games. And so those have all ended now. So when we talk about phase 3, it's because there's now another big time skip that's happening and a bunch of totally new campaigns are starting. So it's like phase 3 of Io, which is the planet that the games take place on. Yeah, it's fun. I didn't even realize at first. Brett was like, hey, I'm going to be streaming some D&D stuff. Do you want to be in one of my streamed games? And I was like, I mean, maybe. At the time, I had just had Clark, I think. So when we like originally talked about it. So I was like, I mean, maybe. I don't know like what my life is going to be like or how much time I'm going to have. But obviously, you know, I love playing D&D. So like, just let me know. And then realized like, oh, fuck, this is like the same... It's the same setting. It's like the same world and everything. It was just very cool. Not the metaverse. No. Yeah, that's a good point, Alex. We literally have a channel in our Discord that is called, I'm just double checking, D&D stream spoiler chat. I'm usually in like a couple different campaigns at a time. So if anybody wants to be like, I watched this show or I watched this episode and just like barf a feeling in there, you can. We just ask that you like write what campaign it's for and then spoiler tag whatever it is that you write in there, which is pretty easy. You either put 2 bars on either side of what you're saying that needs to be spoilered, or you highlight it. If you're in the computer, you highlight it and right click and there's a little eyeball symbol and you can click that and it'll spoiler it for you. Oh, Nick. Yeah. Yes, like that. We also explain how and help and info. There you go. The new IO Discord spoiler channel is the wildest thing ever. Yeah, it's very similar to a channel that was on a redacted Discord server. And I think people were like missing having something like that where it's like, yeah, we talk about the games, but also it devolves into just fucking chaos, stupid shit most of the time. Yeah, it's just a shitpost channel, but it's fun. It's just the Wild West. So like if you're in there, you could get spoiled on absolutely anything going on in the IO games. So occasionally someone will come in there and be like, oh, what are you guys talking about? I haven't seen the end of Mainframe of Atlas. And everybody's like, get the fuck out of here then. You're getting spoiled. What are you doing in here? It's the Wild West. Save yourself. But it's just nicer on the mods because nothing has to be spoiler tagged in there. It's just like, if you're in here, you're family. And also, if you're in here, we assume that you know everything. So no spoiler tags, just chaos. IO does have a Wild West channel now. It's pretty new. Yeah, not our Discord. We have no Wild West channels. Not on my end of the internet. But if you join the IO Discord, if you're interested in like keeping up with a bunch of D&D shit in about a month or so here, yeah, there's a channel in there that is the Wild West. Spoiler Central. If we ever wanted that, there's a bot that deletes messages automatically and then reposts them with spoiler tags. That's pretty incredible. The thread feature is useful for that sort of thing. That is true. That's actually very true. That could be something that we tried in the D&D stream spoiler chat, is put threads in there for specific campaigns. That's flawed because the previews show the content. Oh. Threads show spoilers and previews. I see. Does it always show the most recent stuff said? Well, that's silly. You can't turn previews off? Oh my god. That seems like an oversight. Not that Discord does things that make the most sense often, but you know. Oh, if you mark channels as not safe for work, it puts a warning up. Oh, yeah, but I want that for a thread. want to be like, this is the butts, boobs, and misdemeanor thread. Just kidding. It's only misdemeanor. Are you sure you want to look at it? It's a long name for a thread. Yeah, I don't want an NSFW warning on it. I just want a thing that pops up that's like, are you sure you want to look at this? I don't want it to imply that there's dingle dangles in there. I'm gonna hit up Brett. Brett's doing like a bunch of like little mini one-shot campaigns to raise money for the next phase next week. I'm gonna be like, all right, here's what we're gonna name ours. Here's what we're gonna name the misdemeanor one if we're able to do one. It's gonna be called Butts, Boobs, and Misdemeanor. And there's gonna be no explanation. That's just what it's gonna be called. We could make it a roll, so you have to opt into the roll to see the channel. Interesting. Does that feel convoluted? Butts. I know. I just hate... It just feels like there should be an easier way. But maybe it's fine. I feel bad adding stuff onto ModPlate. Yeah, I want things to be simple and clean. It's the way that you're making me feel tonight, and it's hard to let it go. Hold me. Whatever lies beyond this morning is a little later on. Regardless of warnings, you know, the future doesn't scare me at all. And nothing is like before. Hi, Brett. We were just talking about you. I was saying that you're doing a bunch of one-shots and stuff next week to raise money for phase 3. Yeah, that is a song called Simple and Clean from Kingdom Hearts. The actual song is much better than the spoken word poetry version that I just did. Yes, I'm not eloquent in these ways. I remember reading an interview with Hikaru Utada about what the meaning of those lyrics are. She was like, I don't know. I just sat down and wrote stuff. That's so... I love that. That's like Yoko Taro being asked, like, why do all of your characters look like this? And he was like, 'cause I like hot girls. There's just something really blessed about the honesty. I was waiting for it to transition into the Jafar monologue. That would have been, man, that would have been really blurst, yeah. Yeah, Kojima could never. Ah. There's also like when you find something you wrote a while ago and you have no relationship to it. It's like a completely different person wrote it. Oh my God. I feel that way sometimes. Yeah. Sam found like my old travel journal from when I did the trip with my brother in Europe when I was 19. And he was reading some of it, and some of it he read out loud, and I was like, don't do this to me. Like, Jesus. I'm glad that I still have it. I think it's very cool that I still have it, but I don't want to hear the way that I wrote at 19 years old. You know, I just don't. I have a little diary from a month at summer camp. Incredible. Yes. I found poetry I wrote on Tumblr, and I have no memory of doing that. My friend, she and I don't really talk anymore, but like I remember the very first time I went to hang out with her, and I was like, wow, you have a lot of notebooks. And she was like, oh yeah, well, I've been filling up notebooks since I was like 11, so. And she just had like an entire bookshelf filled with notebooks. They were basically like her diaries. It was so many. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, yeah, I'll keep them forever. And I think about that sometimes, and I'm like, I'm in my mid-30s now. If she is still keeping notebooks, I don't know where she would sit. I don't know where she could exist peacefully in her house. Yes! Oh my God, I actually found like a friend notebook from high school that I had with my friend Nicole. Nicole and I straight up had one of those notebooks that we just passed back and forth. We wrote notes to each other. We did like, we each made up a character, and we did like fun, like weird RP shit in there. Oh my God, yeah. We RP'd in binders too. I loved it. Yeah, it was filled with like drawings, and like we each chose a highlighter color. So your character always talked in the same highlighter color. And then we like wrote notes to each other. Yeah. I also have one between me and we had an exchange student one year in high school who I became like really, really close with. We were like best friends. I found a notebook between her and I that was entirely just notes. No like RP or anything or drawings, but it was all just like notes back and forth, and that was so fun to read. Yeah. I loved that stuff. I don't know if kids today still do that. I don't know if it's all digital now, or if there's still something beautiful about passing a janky spiral notebook back and forth, but I look back on that very fondly. Baby isopods where? In my kids' terrarium. There are a bunch in there. It's very cute. There are lots and lots of little baby dairy cows, which if you look up dairy cow isopod, they're pretty cute. They're like they're kind of like see-through white with little black spots all over them. And the babies are see-through white with a big black line down the middle. So I'm excited. I'm excited to watch them grow up. They're so cute. Sometimes I go back and read my old fan fiction. I couldn't. Oh my God. I couldn't bear it. I'm so glad I don't even know where it is anymore. Thank God. How steamy were they? I never wrote a steamy fanfic. I didn't have the strength, but they were just bad. They were just bad fanfic, that's all. There's some things lost to time, and that might be a good thing, you know? Yeah. No steam, only trying too hard. Seriously, no steam. Just trying to prove to myself that I was secretly a novel writing prodigy. Like, how hard could writing be? Seriously. And you go back and you read it and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. Has never written shit, but is secretly a bestseller in disguise. No, but I think that, like, sometimes, like, more like perfectionist-y type people, which I can be that way about things, when it comes to like hobbies and stuff. Not saying that writing is exclusively a hobby or anything like that, but I think that sometimes you can convince yourself, like, if I am gonna be good at this, I should be able to nail it first try. And if I can't nail it first try, then that means I just don't have the gift. You know, I think a lot of people who avoid drawing, like, deep down somewhere believe that. Like, if I was truly going to be good at drawing, it means that if I sit down and try to draw something right now, my secret ninja bloodline power is going to unlock on the spot, and I'm going to be inspired by myself. Right? And I'm saying all of this because I have thought these things before. When, you know, most, if not all things, require a lot of failure in order to get better. So, yeah. So, you know, I think probably most people who are inspirational, incredible writers now had a very long, very exhaustive, cringy phase of writing. Now we write play-by-posts and they're still bad, but we're having a lot of fun. And that's the thing, right? It's fun. And that's great. No, I'm really glad that, and I always say this, I have Clarky to thank for this, that I drew almost constantly growing up, and I stopped drawing for a really long time. And Clark, at a certain age, started asking me to draw things for her, and I realized, like, oh my God, I'm drawing every day for my kid. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool to realize. And she's the reason that I started drawing again. Really, like really started enjoying drawing and just like letting myself draw a lot, because when you're with a toddler, all they're doing, like, at least for Clark, all she was doing was like, draw this cartoon character I like and put a cowboy hat on it, right? Like, and you're like, you got it, babe, you got it. So yeah, it's been really fun, and I've still had, you know, times that I don't draw very much and times that I'm drawing way more. I'm drawing all the time recently, but like it's because the right thing happened to me, you know. And I think sometimes, like, if I didn't have Clark, I don't know that I ever would have like really gotten back into drawing. So I'm very thankful for that, because I really am, now that I'm drawing as much as I am, I really am seeing the like ebbs and flows of like, oh, I think my art's garbage now. Oh, I think it's actually pretty good again. I need to be aware of the fact that I'm going to hit a point pretty soon here where I think it's garbage again. And just be aware that that's going to happen, you know. But it takes time, and it takes effort, but I think, like, if you're not enjoying it, it adds so much more difficulty, you know? Drawing your D&D characters is truly the best. The self-indulgence in my drawings lately is just it's another level. It's on another level. But I love it. It's been making me so happy. Even though, you know, I can't show a lot of it to anybody except Nick. Does Sam like to draw? So Sam is exactly like me, but hasn't found his, like, catalyst yet, if that makes sense. He also drew all the time growing up. His mom, when you talk to his mom, if you ask, like, what did Sam really love as a kid, she would be like, drawing. He drew constantly. And it's the same for me. And for both of us, we hit a point where we had to draw for school and stopped enjoying drawing. His situation was specifically like he had a drawing teacher that like really shit on him a lot. And it really like soured him on wanting to draw things for a while. And he still like draws occasionally, but not super consistently. And for me, I was drawing a lot for costume design in college, and it made it so that it felt like all of my drawings had to be for costume design, and I did not enjoy myself. So I stopped drawing for myself, and I've found my catalyst to get back into it, you know, and Sam hasn't found that yet. Why do teachers do that? Yeah. It's hard because, like, I understand that if you're going to be taking art classes, you should expect critique. But I do think, I don't know. I've never been, like, an art student. I've taken art classes, but I've never been an art student. So it's hard for me to look at it through the lens of, I'm paying money to become a better artist, and that is like my whole goal, right? And I don't know why it is that some teachers are able to help you improve in a way that where it feels like they're building you up, and some teachers feel like all they're doing is punching you down. I don't know like why that happens. Some people are really bad at critique, to be honest. Nick has been a teacher before. For context, seeing them in chat. I put a little cowboy hat on stream chat spoilers because you kept calling it the Wild West. Thank you. Thank you, bless. Can I ask why you can't show us your drawings? Because a lot of them are self-indulgent drawings of D&D related things that are redacted currently, like not things that are like open information. So I'm not showing them to anybody. They are for me and for my D&D confidants. And that's it. Teaching also actually really helped me fall in love with art again, seeing people who were so inspired. It was a great energy. Oh, that's so great. Yes. I think that's also true, Marianne. She said, college professors often don't learn how to teach properly. They know their specializations, but not how to properly teach. I do think that's true. As somebody who went through 5 years of university. I do think that's true. I'm teaching now. I doodle a lot on the whiteboard more for comedy than for anything else. Yeah. It sucks. I feel like that's such a tale as old as time. Like, oh, I used to read a lot, but I stopped reading because I suddenly had to read a bunch of shit for school and it made it not fun to read. You know, is like the book version of the art thing we were just talking about. But I don't know what for either of those, I don't know what the fix is, you know. Just hoping that, like, if you really loved it when you were younger, that something will be the catalyst to bring you back to it, you know. And it turned out for me, it was having somebody in my life who wanted me to draw things just for the pure joy of drawing them. And there's something like really pure and wonderful about that. And it made me want to draw all the time. So very grateful for that. I'm not saying, hey, if you've stopped drawing and you would really like to get back into drawing, maybe try making a baby. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I think sometimes people run into like a situation that helps them fall back in love with something, you know. I'm on it. No. I think seeing someone experience something for the first time and not worry about it being marketable is even just a lot. Yeah. Oh, TTRPG Wild West has been completed. It's now a roll. Doog Junk has a tiny hat. Amazing. Thank you. We now have a chat in the Dexbonus community called the TTRPG Wild West. Bless you, Alex. Yeah, I'm gonna join the role to be a cowboy. I probably already have the role. Okay. Let's get wrapping up. Thank you all so much. I know, Alex is a treasure. Let's get wrapping up for today, and I'm gonna go be a mama. I'll let you guys know if we wind up doing a stream tonight. It depends. We have a bunch of Valentines, not just from today, but also yesterday, because I had to run. I had to, like, auctioneer read off the list and then book it. So I'm going to read these off really quick. Midwinter Lily said the Peppa Pig stream yesterday was the funniest thing I've seen all year. Thank you for that. Anime Hero said, I'm sending good vibes to Dodger and everyone in the cat gang. Dodger, thank you for being an amazing person. Your Peppa Pig stream yesterday had me in tears laughing. Thank you for the great content. Wishing you and your lovely family all the best. Thank you very much, Anime Hero. W Tile said, chat, you are the George of Twitch. Living with Stories said a Valentine for my boyfriend, Miko Edit, or best friend, BF. I'll say BF. A Valentine for my BF, Miko Edit, and everyone in an LDR. It's tough being home again after the holidays. He's worth the wait between visits. I hope that in 2022 I can finally move to the UK and close the gap. I'm rooting for you. I hope that works out. The Hanged Man says, this is for Sam. Don't play LOL. Love yourself. Random Enthusiast says, easily the best community out there. I'm just going to throw that out. And King's Warrior said, thank you everybody in chat for suggesting so many wonderful, weird, interesting names. I was literally laughing so hard I snorted writing them all down. I now have over 40 names to pick from, and you've cheered me up and lifted my spirits and made me feel like I can make it through this. I love you all so, so much. I'm so grateful for you, and I'll post the winning name in the Discord sometime today. Amazing. King's Warrior has a heart monitor, and so people were suggesting names for the heart monitor. It was very wholesome. Great. Kitten Tick. Are they still live? Let's see. They are playing Hollow Knight. I'm in. I love it. Okay, let's read off our activity feed and then I'll send you guys off. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Rogers, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, thank you. Sophie Saws, thank you for the 45 months. Aomaz the Cat Gangster for the 69. Sandwich Man for the 59. Barathi for the 61. Chosen Sin for the 31. Black Rose Gunner for the 38. Suchi for the 20. Gucciardini for the 11. Pets Play for the 46. IRL Dex for the 22. Geese for the 19, Rue for the 10, Dahobo for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for all the support and love. I appreciate it. Flister, thank you for the 25. Max Gun TV for the 59. Stoob for the 92. Again, thank you so much. Raf Off Avi, thank you very much for gifting a sub. Dr. Subterfuge for the 23. Edward McDougall for the 52. Johnny B for the 14. Christina for subscribing. Again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. Arnar for all the gifted subs. Thank you so much, bud. Meggie for the 48. Happy 4 years. Happy anniversary. I appreciate the support. Thank you, Meggie. Pyro Wolf Point, thank you for the 30. Smoky Rivers for the 16. Slime for the 61. Zaki Khan for the 4. And that guy, though, just gifted a sub. Thank you so much, everybody. We are rating Kitten Tick. Go say hi. Spread love, spread joy. I appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you, thank you. And goodbye. I'm very excited to continue my embroidering. By the way, I will post an update picture if I finish it before our next stream. Okay, goodbye.